Dear Romeo, O Romeo, 'tis thee, who writes these lines with thine own hand. Ridiculous, I hear thee say, and so thou speaketh every morn these many moons, since Juliet and thou feigned death and won. 'Tis true your poison ruse was met with great success. Alas, the price was steep. Thou'st kept thy wit, but lost come morn its mental purchase. Heed this early hour, to ponder why thy written words are nightly lost to memory, whence thou'st fall to dream. Dawn scars attesting now that yesterday thy sword was surely drawn, thy scratches healed before the dawn. Be off, now kiss thy Juliet, her heart has never faltered, sacred vows she never altered. Daily she remembers all since Baba Yaga's curse had last transpired, since tragic death you both beguiled. Thy Romeo Montagues, of memory lost. Dear Romeo, again I write to me. Thee readily shall noteth soon with fright how old and tired this letter has become. For thou hast read it 1,000 times. Its weathered state bears testament to countless frowns, frustrations toll, a writ upon thine aging brow, and Juliet's fair face. So strange a curse to live and then forget. So strangely blessed, revived by Juliet. But as this never-ending day grows darker, thou hast come to doubt. This gift is bent, for if you die, your lover dies as well. So dictates Baba's wicked healing spell. To blame a witch for all that has befallen us tolls clearer than a morning bell. But truth be known, our present strife is not the fault of Yaga. Father and our family feud is what put turtle doves to flight, and turned our dreams to sleepless, frightful nights. So I implore thee, future shadow of myself, encourage Juliet with flower and warming words. She is no more to blame than midnight moth afflitting to the flame. Thine Romeo of Montagues, of family fought. Dear Romeo, bold Romeo, lend ear. At last we've read enough to know these letters are from thee, and so 'tis time to speak about this flock of ravens, brash unkindness, Juliet and thee have opt to join. We wear the emblem of the Raven's Watch. These warriors know thy name and worth in battle, tested by their side in lines hard held against vile hordes invading Reverie. So now we quell with quill these memories fled. The warrior braying fiercely, with a dragon pup in tow, we call Sir Beowulf. And he is often found a-courting Siren Melusine, although the babe fast in her belly is not his. Important is this detail, lest you rend their fragile hoax. Doth not forget Geppetto, who we knew when we were boy. His toys are now quite deadly. Keep to mind, the nightmares slew his child. The wizard's name I have forgot. The boy who sits atop a beast is friend, not foe. The flax-haired maiden, soft and sweet, is far more deadly than first gaze would wrongly tell. Thy Romeo of heralded Raven's Watch. Dear Romeo, sad Romeo, shed tears. A melancholy lurks amidst the glee. A fleeting felon peeking through that smile our Juliet pretends joyful pity free. And if perchance thou seest clear beyond the laughter past pure love's embrace, know this, though we are still a child in mind, and she a princess grown, for sake of love we must endure. A child to raise was once a hope we'd fashioned in our dreams of futures shared. But now I am that boy, and she the elder sister of a farce the fates begat. Unworthy of her mindful patience, dull where she doth shine, a toddler wielding well his sabre, whilst she learneth twice combined. If tears of sorrow fill thine eyes, dry fast, for Juliet must never fears suspect. Thou hast the day, from dawn till sleep requires its restful due, to chase the child and capt the man she needs thee quickly to become. The blessing turns to curse, whence we forget that happiness comes never sans its cost. Thine Romeo of drying eyes. Dear Romeo, brave Romeo the bold, this day thou'st had a vision, how to free thy Juliet from Charon's chained enchantment. Whence thee die, so wouldst thy maiden perish. Death, the caster must endure, for death's own spell to die, the curse's curser must depart. Thou art still clever, though thy mind is young. Thou knowest that whither Baba Yaga's spell has been undone, thy life might forfeit, failing magic's hold to earthly realms below. This must be done, for Juliet deserves a life unfettered by thy cursed coil. The witch, well, she must die. Today would be most fitting, for tomorrow never comes. And now these final words I must address to thee, my sweet, sweet Juliet. Forgive me my untelling of our forlorn paradise. Thou dost deserve a better end than tied to miscued blasted strife. If Baba's witchly final breath undoes my life anon, then know I leave this stage with no regret, for I have loved, and I've been loved, and love my soul has wed. Romeo Montagues, of rightful quest. Dear Romeo, of witchly battle wrought, the plan was simple, carefully thought, to slay a witch and make her not. And so we charged, 2 Lancelots entwined in deathly dance we fought, to down the nightmare sorceress. Mad Baba Yaga fought with rage from flying cauldron, boiling bile and spitting flames. With each and every step we took, the witch had counter. Juliet went down to knee. Thou jumped and jabbed. Within the secret second, thine own lady had prepared a trap of Capulet device, her plan, your hand. Within that fateful glimpse of triumph, thou didst shatter all resolve to fell the cursed architect of thine calamity. Forsooth, the witch's ghastly plans must end. Alas, thy life must carry on so long as Juliet draws breath. She draws upon thy youthful hope to fire her guns on sight, and thou reliest upon her wit to carry thee till night unto the morning light. The witch's life we spared, her monsters on the run. Our deadly dance has just begun. Thy Romeo wed Capulet, of battle won. O Romeo, true Romeo, at last! Embrace the joy this danger-filled today prepares, for though you will forget the details, bonds of friendship in the Raven's watch remain. It's seen within these warriors' gazes, trust is not a prize unearned, but given only after proof of loyalty is learnt. For thou hast found eventful purpose, side by side with Juliet. The life you two have forged from sorrow, tempered nightly in the waters of the Styx, is chance for thee to love delightful, fired by newness, wonder ever kindling kisses stolen from the grave. 'Tis also chance for her to grow and ponder, brightly thinking, smarter grinning, ever fonder of the man thou hast become. There is no shame for 2 sound souls to walk as one, each day its share of novelty, each night its share of unexpected love. I lift a glass to future dawns, when children born from blessed compromise will call to me their father, mindful I've forgotten all their names, but not the love I store. Mine Romeo of lifted heart.
Most faithful nurse, would that mine hand had not cause to pen these doleful lines, yet cruel, capricious fortune doth mock me. Romeo liveth, though I dare not call it a blessing. By a cruel trick of fate, my beloved Romeo did not receive the missive from the good friar detailing his ingenious ruse and news of my feigned death. Thus, my love, o'ercome with despair, came to my tomb and thought to join me in eternal sleep. When I awoke, prepared to embrace my love and depart for our golden future, I was dismayed to see that death's pale flag was planted on his brow. I grieved as one shattered beyond repair. In my despair, I struck a devil's bargain. The witch, Baba Yaga, whose arts know neither mercy nor limit, hath returned him to me, but not as he once was. His heart knoweth me still, but his memory is a blank slate. Each morning, when my Romeo awakens, he casts a loving gaze upon me, yet remembers naught that transpired afore. He believes it to be the morn after our wedding day, that last peaceful day before this tragedy. Oh, nurse, what jest is this, that death should lay his claim upon my love, then yield him back to me, robbed of his memory? He is here, and yet he is lost. If heaven be just, why doth it play me thus? Or is justice but a dream, and life naught but a waking sorrow? Write to me, dear nurse, though I know not what comfort thou may send. If thou hast words to mend a broken soul, send them swift, for I am unmade. Your loving Juliet. Most faithful nurse, I was surely born under an ill-omened star. Each morn, I apprise Romeo of all that has transpired. Upon learning of his new situation, he has decided to set each day's occurrences down for his future self in the form of letters that may serve as a replacement for his now broken memory. He hath taken this new existence in stride, and his demeanour is cheerful. Yet I suffer to see it. Though his step is light and his voice untroubled, I feel terrible guilt that by my grief I condemned him to this half-life, that my hand that did clasp his in love hath wrought his undoing, I cannot bear. O nurse, how selfish was my love! I did think only of my own grief, my own desolation, and in seeking to mend my heart, I have unmade his very soul. Yet I dare not weep, for he is well. He wakes with the sun and sleeps in peace, untroubled by the ghosts that do haunt my every hour. This must be comfort enough, though it doth burn within me like a brand. I have saved his body, but stolen his soul, and I cannot make it right. Pray for me, nurse, for I am lost. Your despondent Juliet. Most faithful nurse, I rage, I weep, I plead with heaven, yet no word of comfort nor sign of hope cometh to ease my troubled heart. I resign myself to the idea that Jove has abandoned me to my fate. I, and I alone, am the sole mistress of my destiny. And so, I must go to her. I shall seek the wretched crone who hath wrought this curse upon my love, and make her undo her wicked craft. I will find her, though I must walk through fire and shadow, though I must beg and crawl and yield all that I am. Let her take all my remaining years, relieve me of my breath, if she will but give him back himself. I care not for the cost, so long as Romeo is whole once more. Thus we shall leave fair Verona, which has grown far less fair of late, as the shadow of darkness has descended upon it. I know not what evil we shall find beyond our city's walls, but I am prepared for the worst. I have spent these long weeks honing my skill with the pistol, that Romeo and I may be equal partners on the battlefield as in life. I am certain now that my hand will not waver when I aim my weapon at the witch and demand that she reverse her spell. When Father taught me to shoot, he thought it simply an amusing pastime. Ne'er could he have imagined it would become my only desperate hope. Dearest nurse, if I should fail in my quest, know that I love thee well, and that I did go gladly. For I would rather be dust upon the wind than live to see Romeo lost. Your wrathful Juliet. Most faithful nurse, the moon doth wax and wane, the sun doth rise and fall, yet naught doth change for us. Each morning, Romeo reads his letters, tracing the words with his fingers as if they might awaken some sleeping part of him. But they do not. At night, he closes his eyes, and when he wakes, the cycle begins anew. We have hunted Baba Yaga through darkened woods and whispering shadows. We slay the nightmares together, fighting as one, steel flashing in the dark. Yet, for every horror vanquished, another doth appear. I fight as one possessed, for if I should falter, he would perish. And yet, would it not be a kindness? If I should fall, he would fall as well, and at last be released from this eternal return. Oh, nurse, I am weary, not of Romeo, but of this endless, ceaseless turning of days. We do not live, we persist. I know not where I shall find the strength to carry on. And yet, what choice have I? I swore a sacred vow to love him till my dying day, and I would love him still even from beyond the grave. Nothing can separate us, not even the darkest night. If this is all that remains of our dream for a life together, then I shall endure it, for at least he is beside me. At least he is living and whole in body, if not in mind. I do not know what end awaits us. Until then, I shall walk beside him. Even if I should become but a ghost to him, I would haunt him still. Your melancholy Juliet. Most faithful nurse, a curious thing hath befallen us. I know not whether 'tis fate or mere chance, but for the first time in an age, I feel the stirrings of hope. Not the wild, desperate hope that drove me to seek Baba Yaga's cruel mercy, nor the hollow hope that dawn might restore remembrance to Romeo's eyes. We have found others. They call themselves the Raven's Watch, warriors and wanderers like us, sworn to fight against the darkness, each with a deep wound that doth not heal. In their company, I see that I am not the most forsaken among them. Though I have lost the future I dreamt of, my Romeo lives. There are those who have lost far more. Romeo doth take to them well, for though his memory is gone, his heart is kind. I have watched them teach and guide him, and though he waketh each morning without memory, he has learnt to trust them. For the first time in an age, I do not feel alone. I am still uncertain of our future, but no longer do I tread this path in solitude. Perhaps that is enough. This is our life now, fighting, forgetting, and loving anew with each day. But it is a life, nurse. And after drowning in despair for so long, I think that is no small thing. Write to me with news of Verona, for though I have found company, none shall ever be so dear to me as thee. Your hopeful Juliet. Most faithful nurse. Oh, How blind I have been! How tightly I did cling to what I had lost, that I did not see the future unspooling before me. The grief that hath weighed upon my breast was never for Romeo. It was for a dream that cannot be, and which I could not let go. My Romeo is not broken. He is ever the man who ascended to my balcony and won my heart. The fault hath never been in him, but in my refusal to who he hath become. He waketh each day with naught but the words he hath written to himself, yet ne'er doth he waver. He doth not rage against his fate. Rather, he takes up his sword, laughs with his companions, and presses on. There is no despair in him, only resolve. I, who thought myself strong, have in fact been weak all along. I wish to be brave, to walk beside him, not as a mourner, but as his steadfast partner and his wife. I cannot change the past, but I can stand with him now, laugh with him, dream with him. A different dream, a new dream. Our future shall not be the one I had once woven in my heart, of quiet days and golden years untouched by sorrow. But we have today, and we have each other. That, I see now, is enough. Dear nurse, I would have thee know that I am well. At long last, I am ready to walk forward, hand in hand with Romeo, into whatever future may come. Your grateful Juliet. Most faithful nurse, I scarce know how to set quill to page, for my heart is full beyond measure. Mere words cannot capture a fraction of the joy that hath taken root within me. Once I did not believe happiness possible, but let this be proof that life doth ever surprise us, if we but open our arms to embrace it. My love for Romeo was never in doubt, but my feelings of guilt clouded my hope for our future. Romeo's fortitude has shown me the way. He wakes each day as a man unchained by regret, eager to greet the new dawn, and I do the same. We forge each day anew, hand in hand, heart in heart, and what greater proof of love is there than that? And now, the greatest joy of all, I am with child. I no longer fear what is to come. Whatever trials await us, we shall face them together and shall find our way, as we always have. And should the child look upon his father and wonder why he must tell his tale anew each day, we shall answer not with sorrow, but with pride. For this child shall grow knowing that his father is the bravest man alive, that he is steadfast and strong, and that his heart knoweth love even when his mind doth not recall its name. Write to me soon, nurse, and tell me thou art well. I would have thee near when the child is born, for there is no other hand I would trust to soothe him as thou once didst soothe me. At last, at long last, I am at peace, and how very sweet it is. Your loving Juliet.